has nothing to do with you.
No, I didn't think it was about me. I thought it was about the administrators.
It wasn't about anybody. None of those, who knows who's going to be in those positions tomorrow? I don't know. You don't know. So, you know, to safeguard the public funds, I think is an important thing.
I think we all do. Thank you.
Matt, I don't know if everybody's back on, but I'm ready to get rolling. It's 9:30 if you're ready.
I'd like to, do we have a quorum? Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bonnie. I would like to call the meeting to order. And I would like to make a motion to postpone this school board meeting till next Wednesday after the next budget hearing.
Second,
Who seconded that?
it was Tammy.
Tammy, all right. I think we've all had our share tonight, or had our fill. Because a lot of the discussion at school board next week would be on what happens at the budget committee meeting. So all in favor, any discussion on that?
Wait,
No, totally agreed.
wait. Sorry. Before we adjourn, I
Yep.
know that the town of Lincoln is waiting to hear from the school board on their decision on whether the town of Lincoln can use the gym for voting for their town meeting.
Sure,
So if we could just make that decision one way or the other.
sure.
And I will reiterate that they are more than willing to have their daytime ballot voting at town hall. They just don't have enough room at town hall to be properly social distanced for the nighttime meeting and need the space in the gym for that. So
I could speak to that a
I
little
have an
bit.
opinion. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Matt.
I was involved with a meeting with Butch and Judy, Deb. Is that all that was it? Well, so we discussed this, and one of the things, Robert was there as well, Robert Weatherall. One of the things that came up as part of this is that if there is voting that's going to take place, that we are required to allow people without masks in the facility, because we cannot tell them that they cannot go in and vote. And for that reason,
once they are seated and distance at least 6 feet apart, then they are allowed to take their masks off. But you do not have to let anybody in without a mask to vote or whatever. Once they're, according to the governor's orders, once they're seated and are socially distanced 6 feet apart, then they're allowed to take their masks off. So yes.
Well, either way, we're not letting people in our buildings without masks. Right. We're not letting, I was at the school last night and somebody showed up. I think it was a reporter showed up and they were asked to leave. And I don't know, it just seems like it's in direct conflict with everything that we've set up to this point. And we've got, that's the way where I feel. I don't know how anybody else feels about that. And Butch seemed fine with it. He understood.
So we all understand. It's just, we like the tradition of using the school. It's familiar, it's tradition, it's, and having said that, we all understand exactly what you're saying. I know.
I think that's the way we're going to do this. I don't know how we hold the annual district meeting in March in the gym. I don't think we can do it. I think we have to do it just like we did it last year, because we're not in any different position now than we were then.
Yeah, and if we do that, we're gonna have to have Robert postpone it 2 weeks at a time until the weather.
Right.
So we're not having the annual meeting in the parking lot in a snowstorm. So yeah, I understand what you're saying.
It's no fun.
No, I know. Look at Vance. He's ready to talk. Go ahead, Vance.
No, I concur. I'm at those basketball games too as a coach. We don't let one parent in, so we can't let 100 people in for school district or whatever. But my second thought is, as far as the school district meeting, I don't think we had it in the parking lot. We just had several school district listening sessions online, and people could comment, and then it was just a voting, and that was it. And I think we can do the same way. We would just have to educate the community on, these are the nights, this is what we're discussing. You may comment. It could be done quite like tonight.
I think tonight,
It
I just
wasn't
think-
done like tonight, though. The last year's district meeting was not done like tonight. People
But I
did
think-
not have input during the explanations. It was email and phone. And then you
Right, but
answered.
it could be done like this.
I think tonight proved, like, just to say that there was a point where we had over 100 people involved in this Zoom meeting. And last year, we were only really less than a week really into the whole COVID situation, and everything was new. And I think tonight went pretty amazing. And if you even stand at this point, and we're at 9:36 in the evening, and we still have 30 residents of Lincoln and Woodstock joining in with us and 12 panelists. And it was points tonight where we had upwards of 100 people, that I think if it's done the way it was tonight and Robert handles it the way he did and did such a good job, that I think if we had to be remote, I think that it would work out fantastically versus last year where this was all new. Half of us, and me included, and I should know, but I didn't even know what Zoom was. You know, I didn't know any of this stuff. I didn't know how to access any of this. And now this is just a day in the life, according to most of the people in this town. And in my personal feeling is, I think we'll get a better hit on people doing it this way, because a lot of people will feel really comfortable about doing it this way. And tonight
Yep.
kind of showed that. And tonight we have the most people right now sitting with us while we're trying to close out a meeting than we've ever had sitting in a meeting.
Agreed. And for for expediency, I will make a motion that we allow the town of Lincoln to use the gym for their annual town meeting in March, because we need a positive motion, and then we can just all vote against it if we need to. That's
Yep.
my motion.
I'll second that, Tammy. Thank you. Any further discussion? I'll do a
No.
roll.
Could I ask a clarifying question?
Sure.
Just because I can't remember this from last year, I'm sorry. So when they meet that day, is it actually during the day or it's in the evening when they do that?
The town meeting, the town portion of the meeting is at night. The voting takes place during the day.
And is the voting, are we planning on having them vote at our school? No, right?
No,
Normally they do. Normally the daytime voting is in the multipurpose room, and then the night deliberative session is in the gym. This year, what they're proposing is do their daytime ballot voting at town hall and
Okay,
doing deliberative session in the gym at that night.
all right, thank you.
and hopefully March we'll all be back to normal and doing it, because I think we'd all prefer to be in person doing it. Even in the annual meeting, this is an important meeting to have in person as well, so.
Hey, Matt, real quick, I think we already had a motion on the floor to adjourn first. Do we have to cancel that motion out first before we vote, or, because we had a first and a second on it?
No, it's just hanging there, so we'll hit that up with the
Okay.
vote afterwards. So, do we need to do a roll call, even though you can see our face, probably, right?
Yes,
I'll roll call, Tammy Ham,
I'm a yes.
Vance Pickering,
I'm a no.
Jasmine Whedon,
No.
Brian Angelone.
No.
I'm also a no. Joe Bossy,
Yes,
and
I
is
think that's it.
they still on?
I
No?
don't-
Okay, so that motion does not carry.
Perfect. And then I'll
And we
make a
do it
motion.
with regret. It's with regret. I mean, we wish we could.
I agree. I totally agree. I'll make a motion to move the question on the motion to adjourn.
And
Get
I'll roll call to adjourn. Tammy Ham,
Yes.
Vance Pickering,
Yes.
Jasmine Whedon,
Nay.
Joe Bossy,
Yes.
nay.
Brian Angelone. Brian, say yes.
Oh, yes, sorry.
That way we can have a, I'll say yes. So the yeas have it. You guys, the other guys can go wherever you want. Thank
Hey,
you.
Robert, thank you for
I'll see
coming
you
here
next
tonight.
week.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Hey,
George.
guys.
And
Thank you.
Trey. Thank you, Trey.
Bye.
Night.